Hey everybody, VP here, and it's time for another Prime to Snap. Sorry I'm a little late. The rumors of my death at the hands of people that play the card Magic greatly exaggerated. But we're here now, guys. And hopefully everything's working okay. Let me check my stream real quick on this end and see. Let's see. Drop it right there. Everything going all right? Stream real quick. I think so. Yeah, guys, we are here on another beautiful Wednesday day into evening, I guess, depending on where you're at. And yeah, we're gonna play some Marvel Snap, man. This is Prime to Snap, the 1.5 hour podcast. We have expanded. We have extended our time podcast in which we play Marvel Snap, guys. And last week we played a deck from a random deck challenge. We are taking a step back from that again because I think I cooked up a pretty decent deck here, guys. At least I'm hoping it's going to be pretty decent. It's been performing pretty decent for me lately. It doesn't include any of the new cards because, once again, had a key, rolled to try to get Infinity Ultron, which is the new Spotlight Cash card this week, and didn't get it. Instead, I got the random card, which for me was the first Ghost Rider, which I already had. So, I don't know what that was all about. I don't know what that was all about, but yeah, we almost got another Spotlight key here, but you know, I don't know, man. I don't know if I want to roll for Infinity Ultron. I didn't get Kahori last week on my main account here. I did get it on my mobile account, so I did get to play with her a little bit, so that's been kind of fun. Yep, VP having rough luck on getting the card again. Yeah, it's been like 3 weeks in a row I haven't got the Spotlight Cash card. 2 or 3 weeks, I can't. I've lost track. So we might just forego Infinity Ultron. The verdict is still out on them anyways. In case you're wondering what Infinity Ultron is, it is a 5 energy, 6 power card. On reveal, add 2 of Ultron's stones to your hand. And then his stones are just a little bit more powerful versions of the stones that the Thanos card in this game will give you. So on reveal, double Infinity Ultron's power. And here's the thing, man. Infinity Ultron is a 5 energy card, so it's like the second to last card you can play out, unless you're able to cheat it out somehow with other cards. So then you get 2 of these stones, and they all cost 3. That means on turn 6, if you want to use your stones, that's when you're going to have to use them. So, I don't know, man. I don't know how I feel about the Infinity Ultron. Maybe this is another one I am fine to have passed up on. The stones are kind of alright. They're all kind of 3 energy, 2 cost. On reveal, the Infinity Power Stone anyways. Double Infinity Ultron's power. Okay, so that's kind of cool, right? And then we got 3 energy, 1 power Infinity Reality Stone. On reveal, add a drone here and set its power to Infinity Ultron's. That's probably one of the better stones that he has. And we also have the Infinity Time Stone. Again, 3 energy, 1 power. On reveal, put a card from your hand here. So that's kind of cool. And then we got the Infinity Space Stone. On reveal, move the lowest power enemy card here to the location of the Infinity Ultron. Lowest power enemy card here to the location of Infinity Ultron. Yeah, so it sucks in the lowest power card, which is like, I mean, I guess it works in some cases. Unless there's a whole lot of Elysium showing up, he's gonna be hard to use. Yeah, right. Lowering that cost, unless you got some of those cards that can cheat out the energy a little bit. But is it really? Do you really want to jump through those hoops? You really want to jump through those types of hoops there? We also got the Infinity Soul Stone here. On reveal, for each of your full locations, give one of your cards there plus 2 power. So not too bad. And then the Infinity Mind Stone, your on-reveal abilities here happen twice. So that's pretty much Wong. I guess a cheaper version of Wong isn't bad, but again, you don't get these Infinity Stones until, you know, until Infinity Ultron comes out. So turn 6, so I don't know, man. I don't know. I think it's going to be a pass for me. I'll save my key for next week's Spotlight Cash card. I forget what next week's is. Probably no. Check it real. Because why not? Let me see. Checking the website. By the way, we're playing Marvel Snap here. This is a free-to-play game, guys. So if you're interested in playing, you can go right over to the Marvel Snap website and pick it up there. You can get it from your mobile device, wherever you get your mobile games from, the app store that you use. Yeah, or you can go on Steam and get free play there if you have a Steam account, of course. That's what we're using for our main account here. Yeah, next week is Strange Supreme, which is a 2 energy 2 power card. The ability to gain +2 power from merging. And then end of turn, merge one of your cards into this. So he seems like an interesting card. So maybe, who knows, man? Maybe the RNG gods of the game will will allow me to actually get a Spotlight Cash card that comes out. But who knows, man? Who knows? What if, this is the what if season after all, what if VP was able to get one of the Spotlight Cash cards in the what if season on his main account? That's the big what if there. So yeah. So we're not, unfortunately, we are not going to showcase anything with Infinity Ultron. Instead, I fell back to Diamondback, a card that I didn't get to play with a whole lot from last season. That I wanted to kind of play around with a little bit, and I finally got around to making a deck for that, and that's what we're gonna do today. The name of the deck is Hazardous Diamonds. Boom! It's all about negativity, my friends. And I haven't seen any decks like it around. I'm sure somebody has come up with something like this or similar to this. But this is what I came up with. Hazardous Diamonds here, guys. Start off with the 1 cost 2 power Selene. This is a card that I think people have talked down about a lot. They don't like it. It's not a good card, they say. Not a good card. So naturally somebody says, it's not a good card. Well, I'm gonna give it a try and see if I can do something with it. And usually it means I can't do anything with it, but we can try at least. So that's what we're gonna do here. And I think we found a fairly decent home with her. There's probably better cards we can use here. But yeah, she has 1 energy, 2 power card, and on reveal, afflict the lowest power card in each player's hand with -3 power. So of course the downfall there is that you get your lowest cost card gets -3 power as well, which can be quite the downfall. But as you can see, we do have Luke Cage in the deck to kind of offset that and offset the many other cards that I'll showcase in this particular deck build. Luke Cage, of course, is a 3 energy card, 2 power. An ongoing, your cards can't have their power reduced, so he's going to be in there to help us, make it so we don't lose power. So what else loses power, causes things to lose power in this deck? Well, we got Hazmat, the queen of losing power. 2 energy, 2 power card. On reveal, afflict all other cards with -1 power. So all the cards that are on play are going to get -1 power when she comes out, including your own. So again, that's why we have the Luke Cage. Then we have Scorpion, a 2 cost 3 power card. On reveal, afflict cards in your opponent's hand with -1 power. So see, it's all about doing negative power to my opponent here. And then of course we got Cassandra Nova. This is a one of the cards from the first, I think it was the first Deadpool's Diner, I think it was, yeah. First Deadpool's Diner. This is where Cassandra Nova came from. You can pick her up. Been in a Spotlight Cash not too long ago, but she is a Series 5 card. But anyway, she is a 3 energy card with 0 power. However, her on-reveal ability is to steal 1 power from each card in your opponent's deck. So again, we are causing negative power to go into my opponent's deck there. We got Rogue. Rogue is a last-minute trade out here. I did have Rocket Raccoon and Groot in this spot before her, but and funny thing with this deck, man, I was playing it last night and just like killing with it, man. I don't know, I was just like slaughtering people with the deck. Wasn't losing too many games, and then I fired it up here before the stream and was playing, and I was getting my butt kicked because people kept playing destroy decks, which last night it was doing pretty well against, but today they kept pulling out their Knolls, which you don't know Knoll, he's the card that gives gains power for the amount of cards that have died. For every card that dies, it gains power. Let me get the exact text here if I can find my Knoll. There it is. Knoll, yeah, 6/0. Ongoing has a combined power of all cards destroyed this game. So, you know, this is a staple in any destroy deck, it seems, lately. Just a good card to just take your one location over the top, and he was kicking my butt today. So we had to substitute in Rocket Raccoon and Groot for Rogue. The 3/2 card on reveal, steal the text from an enemy ongoing card here. So that will put an end to any sorts of you know, on reveals or ongoings, I should say, from Knoll or you know, the Iron, you know, Iron Man, and there's several other ongoing cards that it can also affect. So we had to tech in a Rogue here. So Rogue's last minute replacement's been doing pretty well since I've replaced her into the deck. And then we got Diamondback here. So this is the card that I wanted to play with. 3/3 ongoing enemy cards here afflicted with negative power have an additional -2 power. So if I'm already causing cards in people's hands to get negative power, she's just going to give them even more negative power. So you see where this is going. You see where this is going. I had a game earlier where I was playing against Captain Carter, and I had their Captain Carter down to -1. So her ability, which gives her power to the back row, was basically giving -1 power on top of all the other negative power that my cards were giving to her back row as well. So yeah, Diamondback, it's kind of the glue here that pulled everything together for this deck, and what we used here. And then we got Jubilee here, kind of another little tech piece. 4/1, way for me to cheat out some cards. On reveal, add the top card of your deck to this location. So, you know, I am happy getting any of these cards that happen to be in this deck out as, you know, a turn 4 play. Particularly, we're hoping for like a Red Hulk here, or Spider Woman, or a Laufey, you know, some of the higher cost cards, but even the lower cost cards will work as well. And then, of course, we got Laufey here. This is from the Sanctum Showdown, actually, one of the cards that came out of that. 4 energy, 5 power card. On reveal, steal 1 power from each other card here. So you see the theme, guys. We're just taking power away. And then, of course, we got Spider-Woman, 5 energy, 8 power. On reveal, afflict all enemy cards here with -1 power. Another good whammy. And then, in case all that negative power isn't enough, I got a shiny new little Odin here that I custom made with the gold cosmic border. 6/8 on reveal. Repeat the on reveal abilities of your other cards here. So just to, you know, twist the knife in a little bit further, twist the diamond in just a little bit more, you know, get a little more negative power out that. And then, of course, Red Hulk is our big card here, kind of my surprise card, if you will, although it's not much of a surprise since my opponent can see what power it's at, but at least it's lurking there throughout the game, so they know it's a 6 power or 6 energy, 10 power card. But at the end of the turn, if your opponent has unspent energy, Red Hulk gains +3 power if it's in my hand or in play. So just a good way to build up a single location, guys. So there it is, Hazardous Diamonds. Let's show you the untapped record for this deck here. Which is right here, I believe. Yeah, there it is. Hazardous Diamonds. In the last 7 days, like I said, I just put this deck together last night, so this is actually in the last 24 hours or so. We got 22 net cubes out of this deck, a win rate of 63.6%, and yeah, that's 28 wins and 16 losses I've had with this deck since I've created it. So not too shabby at all, which means in this live stream it's going to do poorly probably, because that's usually what seems to happen when a deck does well. When I'm playing it off stream, I jump on stream and the deck's like, yeah, you know what, we're not going to perform quite as well. So, but there it is, guys, 63.6% win rate. What do you say I stop blabbering and jump into some gameplay here finally and see what we can do? And look at this, guys. Look at this. What if ranked rewards? Look at this. I'm 92 galactic ranked right now. So yeah, I'm not a top player yet, you guys, and I don't think I'll ever be a top player. But I would like to get into infinite, so I can be like, one of the streamers out there that actually have infinite ranking. It seems like every streamer I've seen has made it to infinite ranking and are in infinite ranking. So I'm trying to get there, guys. I've been trying to get there. Slowly are. Maybe this is the season. What if, we said it at my first live stream of this season, what if VP gets into infinite at the end of this season? Wouldn't that be cool? And we're currently at 92 right now, so we're getting close, but it's gonna be hard, I think. Gonna be hard. Let's jump into the game here, see what we can do. I'll get the deck's trackers up there again from untapped.gg. By the way, if you want a deck tracker yourself, you can go to untapped.gg, also free to download, and it just kind of keeps track of your deck and your opponent's deck for you there. Let's see, there's that and that. Okay, yep, those should be up now. So here we are, turn 1. Danger Room is our first location. Cards played here have a 25% chance to be destroyed. I got nothing to play currently, so we're going to have to end our turn here. My opponent, T-Daddy, also did not play anything. Shadowland is the second location. Add a ninja to each side with -2 power. So playing right into my negative power sort of deck there, but doesn't really help me too much. We have 2 energy. Let's go ahead and play Selene down here. We'll play Selene down here to the mysterious third location in my turn. That is going to hit my Jubilee, which is fine. We don't mind taking negative energy from Selene. Flick the lowest power card in each player's hand with -3 power. Because when we get our Luke Cage out there, it'll just eliminate that if we need to. And that third location is the Sanctum Sanctorum. Cards can't be played here. Well, I guess it's good we kind of snuck in the Selene there. Does limit where I can play my other cards, especially with the Danger Room out there. But here we go. My opponent played a Morbius down to Shadowland. So this is going to be a discard deck that I'm playing against of some kind. 3 energy. I could just rogue their Morbius right now and just take the air out of their sails, so to speak. I think we're going to do that. And I'll snap on it, too. That's a pretty strong play, I think. Yeah, give me your Morbius. Give me your Morbius. I probably should have waited to drag... Yeah, they're out. T-Daddy's like, nope. I'm out of here. I don't think that was so much to do with me, necessarily, as just our locations sucked this game. I mean, we had the Danger Room, where cards played here have a 25% chance to be destroyed. And we also had the Sanctum Sanctorum, which you can't even play cards there. I was able to sneak a Selene in there, so we got it through. So I don't blame T-Daddy. That's probably a good move on their part, but we do get a win in 1 cube. 1 cube closer. I also pulled off some Alliance bounties here. By the way, if you are new to Marvel Snap, or even if you're not new to Marvel Snap, and you're still looking for an alliance or need a new alliance for whatever reason, the TPS, the Prime Sanctum, is looking for members. Go ahead and join. It's free to join. All you got to do is go to your alliance tab right up here in the top, hit for search, And then just search in TPS, look for our little guy right here, the mustachioed man with the top hat and the monocle. Mustache is funny. TPS, the Prime Sanctum. We could use you, man. We got a few people in this. You can start getting free rewards. Look at this. You can pick up some boosters, some credits. We've almost got all of my credits personal this week. So you work towards personal goals for yourself. And also towards alliance goals, which it looks like we're almost to the our first step here. Of course, the bounties just reset this week, so we're almost to the 4,000 points for 10 boosters for everybody in the alliance. So yeah, man, you want free stuff? Join an alliance, and if you're looking for an alliance to join, you can join the Prime Sanctum. We would love to have you here to help finish off. Especially if you like playing move decks or discard decks or destroy decks. As you can see, got tons of those bounties there. I don't play, personally, destroy decks, move decks, or discard decks too much. So that's why there's so many there.
Epic.
And we just picked up another discard, at least 5 cards in a match bounty. So it also gives you a little direction to play the game, too. If you want to dive a little deeper into the game, you can join an alliance and, of course, you know, get some new challenges to kind of challenge you and help you build decks as you go through. And finally, we'll update our win-loss tracker here for the stream. I like to keep this up for those of you new to the stream to keep myself honest, man. And when I'm feeling down and wondering, man, am I any good at this game? I can look at my record and say, well, you're okay, possibly above average, but you're not great. But it still makes me feel better. It still makes me feel better, and that's what counts, right, guys? That is what counts. Yeah, we're 1-0 this stream, and as you can see down there, total live stream record is 162 wins and 125 losses. That's total for all of my live streams. Yeah, that helps keep me honest, man. Let's jump into another game here. See what trouble we can get into here with our Hazardous Diamonds. Throwing out some Hazardous Diamonds from Diamondback. Seeing what they hit. Our next opponent is Pew Pew Lasers. Alright, Pew Pew Lasers. Let's see what we can do here. Turn 1, I actually have my Scorpion play here, which is pretty good. And we have Elysium right there. We were just talking about Elysium when I was babbling before the stream. Hello, Pew Pew Lasers. Got a little hello there. Suppose I can say hello back. Boom. In my turn. Oh yeah, we got Elysium cards cost 1 less, the first location. I was able to play my Scorpion down there, giving me a 3-0 lead there. My opponent played nothing that first turn. The Icebox is our second location. Give a card in each player's hand plus 1 cost. What did that hit? I think it hit my Laufey. Actually, I don't know what it hit. Maybe it hit my Red Hulk. No, it didn't hit my Red Hulk. I don't know. I don't know what it hit. I missed it. But turn 2, only cards I have to play are a Hazmat and a Rogue, which I don't really want to play either of those cards right now. We're going to go ahead and end our turn here. My opponent plays a Scorpion down. Holy cow. I'm playing a mirror match? That would be insane. Haven't seen a deck like this make its rounds yet. Maybe we'll be the the little flint that lights the fire around it. Oh, the Icebox hit Laufey. Oh yeah, it did. Yep. There it is. All right, third location, Castle Blackstone. The player winning here gets +1 energy each turn. We are in round 3, and let's see. I guess we could play our Luke Cage down. Kind of gives away our plan a bit, but maybe it'll freak out our opponent and be like, what? Why are they playing a Luke Cage? They also play a Luke Cage. What? What is going on here? Obligatory point emote. Pew Pew Lasers. A bot. Is this a bot by any chance? Let's see. They say they're a Sorcerer Supreme. Their profile says, no, they have an alliance here. I don't know, man. I don't know. We're playing a mirror match somehow. Turn 4. Well, my deck is not going to be useful. Oh, no. Actually, this is a neat little trick with my deck here. Boom. play the Rogue down. Play our Selene down too. We'll save the Hazmat. Our Rogue was still their Luke Cage, so their negative cards, or their cards are still going to get affected. So yeah, no protection for you, pew pew lasers. You're going to have to point those lasers somewhere else. They ain't pointing at me. That is for sure. That said, we are leading 5-3 at Elysium, 0-0 at the Icebox, and we're tied up 4-4 at Castle Blackstone with the Luke Cage's abilities stolen, and Wolverine just came down from the opponent. I think I just play my Red Hulk down. Now, you know what? We need to weaken that Wolverine here. Shall weaken the Wolverine some more, so we're going to go ahead and play our Spider-Woman down, and I'll play Hazmat down to Elysium. Spider-Woman going down to Castle Blackstone so we can hit that Wolverine, making Wolverine a little weaker. Whatever sort of destroy plans Pew Pew Lasers has in store for Wolverine. My opponent does play 2 other cards down to Castle Blackstone. The Hazmat's going off. They have a Scorn and a White Tiger. Okay. Their location is the side of the location of Castle Blackstone is now full. They are -2 to 12. I'm going to go ahead and snap here.
Oh, snap.
I think we're doing pretty good here. This is the final turn, however. And then, do we play the Red Hulk down to Elysium and just say, no, it's ours? Or do we play it down to the Icebox and try for a surprise victory? We also could play a Laufey and a Cassandra Nova if we're fearing a, a Shang-Chi someplace. That might not be bad. That will still probably get me the victory. I think we'll just go for it. We'll just go down to Elysium, and we'll throw Cassandra Nova down here to the Icebox. Maybe she can hold it. My opponent does play a card there, so she might not be able to hold it. See if Red Hulk can hold down Elysium. Cassandra Nova's a paltry little 3 being played so late. Absorbing Man coming down for my opponent at Elysium. Copy the Red Tiger, or the White Tiger, and pushed out another White Tiger to the second location where they played a Wong down. Bad order of operations there, and we do take the victory from them. 4 cubes in our pocket, just like that. Thank you, Pew Pew Lasers. Give you a little fist bump there. Boom. Little fist bump for you. And another victory for us, guys. And another completion of some Alliance bounties here. Picking up another one. Unfortunately, there's not too many bounties here that I really can deal with. You know what? We'll get Forge and Deadpool. Maybe I'll put it together a deck for that later. And yeah, let's update our tracker here, guys. Undefeated so far this stream, 2-0. Not a bad start, if I do say so myself. It's all updated for you guys out there in streaming land, wherever you might be. All right, there we go. All right, and we're going to go ahead and jump into our third game right here. Hazardous Diamonds. Game 3. Who's it going to be? Who's coming up against Venomous Prime? What if somebody challenges Venomous Prime? It is Zippy. Zippy is our opponent this game. We have a Ronin avatar. See a lot of Ronin play, but definitely a possibility out there. Our turn 1 play, of course, we're going to play Selene down to the Vault. The first location on turn 6 cards can't be played here. I'm going to go ahead and give a -3 power card to the lowest powered card in my opponent's hand, and to mine as well. It hit Luke Cage on my side, but that's okay, because as soon as Luke Cage comes out, it will reset that negative power. And we do have Luke Cage right now. The question is, do I want to show my hand and play Luke Cage now, or hold on to Luke Cage? I think we'll hold on to it. I don't know if there's much preparation you can do for Luke Cage. It does tip them off a bit, although not many people play Selene, so I might have already tipped them off. Second location is Elysium. Cards cost 1 less here. And they played a Pixie down there and an Armor. We have a 2-0 lead there. And then our third location is Monster Island. Add a 10 power monster here for each player. Of course, we have 10-10 there, tied up. Turn 3, we got a Jubilee play here, which I think is what we'll do. And I think I'll go ahead and pressure the vault some. Couple of bad picks here. Scorpion is not one of them, though. That's a pretty good pick for Jubilee to bring down, so I'm happy with that. Taking us right into a turn 4, my opponent played down a Surtur to the vault, giving them a 5-6 score there. 6 on our side of the location, so we're currently winning that. And then turn 4, he can play, well, we got a couple options here. He can play Spider-Woman down. She's not going to be terribly effective yet. I like to play her down to a full location if I can. So we might go ahead and just play, let's reveal the package. We're going to go ahead and throw our Cassandra Nova and our Luke Cage down to Elysium here to challenge their Pixie and their Armor there. They play a Scar down to the first location, the Vault, giving them an 18-6 lead there. Of course, Scar buffing their Surtur. Got one turn to win the Vault back. Could possibly do it with Red Hulk here. We got 5 energy this 5th turn. Could try to challenge him, or we could just walk away from the Vault and throw the Red Hulk down somewhere else. Also playing Odin down there, but that wouldn't win us the location necessarily. Let's go ahead and try to play the Red Hulk down there. We'll try to win that Vault. 16 power is quite a bit to get. They do play another card down there, so we'll see. Cosmo. That's not going to affect us there. They play down, and then they play an Enchantress down to Elysium, taking out their Armor, but getting rid of our Luke Cage, so unfortunately we are going to have negative power as well. I think we have a high enough lead here. We did take the Vault. We can buff it up one more point, which is not out of reason for any means. This is the final turn, however. Good play. Let's see. You know what? I think Hazmat. I don't know. That would lower our power at the Vault, which maybe I don't want to do. Could play. You know what? We're gonna play Spider-Woman, and Diamondback's not gonna. Oh no, Diamondback will work because Enchantress is on reveal. Already went off. So yeah, we'll play our Spider-Woman and Diamondback down to Elysium to challenge all their cards there. Should give us the victory, unless they have some kind of a buff, and they don't. They play an Atuma down to Monster Island, which we were not contesting at all. Diamondback throwing out them diamonds. Literally destroying the power they had there with all the negative power we've already put into their card. And we get another victory with the Hazardous Diamonds back. You know, they say diamonds are a girl's best friend, but in this case, they're not my opponent's best friends. They might be Diamondback's best friend, though. It's throwing out them Hazardous Diamonds everywhere. Okay. Got another victory there victory for us there. Update the tracker here. We are 3-0. And what if? A little too early to say. I'm not gonna say it yet. I'm not gonna say it yet. You probably know what I'm gonna say, but I'm not gonna say it yet because I don't wanna jinx myself. I don't want to jinx myself. We're just gonna jump into another game here. Hazardous Diamonds, shining in the light like a diamond. Hazardous like a diamond. That's the original Beyonce song. Hazardous like a diamond? No, that's probably not Beyonce. It's Rihanna. Of course it's Rihanna. I knew that. I was just testing him. Well, this is kind of tricky. We got the Triskelion as our first location, which filled each player's hand with random cards. I don't want any of these cards, man. Now I can't draw anything. Fletch! Fletch lives, by the way. There he is. Playing Marvel Snap, in case you're wondering. With a full dinosaur. To be topical with the 80s movies throwbacks. I guess we could play an Iron Patriot. Sure. Guess it opens... No, that won't open up space for me. I still won't have space to draw any of my cards. Well, it's going to be an interesting game, guys. Skeleton, Iron Patriot bringing down a blink. That could actually help us. Opponent plays down an armor there to Skeleton. Iron Patriot, by the way, 2 energy, 3 power card. On reveal, add a random 4, 5, or 6 cost card to your hand. If you're winning here after next turn, give it -3 costs. So he pulled down a blink for us. So a 2 cost blink. Shabby to have. But as it is right now, I am forced to play cards from the Triskelion that saddled us with. So we'll play Falcon down here to Triskelion just to try to buff up my Iron Patriot. If Iron Patriot can hold on to give that bonus to Blink there. Cost reduction. We play a card down to armor. They play a Falcon down too. I wonder if they got it from Triskelion. They get it from Triskelion? No, that's actually part of their deck, it looks like. Well, we tied up there, so the Iron Patriot does not reduce the cost of my Blink. But then the Triskelion came up as a second location. And yeah, the game's like, yeah, we're not going to let you play that deck that you're trying to play right now. Have fun with that. Well, you know what? We'll fall back to the Wong. Why not? Fall back to the Wong. We'll play him to the Raft, which is the 3rd location. First to fill this, breaks out a 6 cost card. Okay, Selene. We can still kind of pull off a little bit of what we want here. Selene on a Wong location is really going to affect our cards. And I think Laufey too seems to that seems to make sense to me. Challenging, fighting for the Raft here. My opponent plays a Crossbones and a Quinjet down. 20 power at the Raft. Laufey's going to go ahead and steal energy from all of steal power from everything. All of them giving us the lead there on the Raft. You know, if I was smart, I would have played the Laufey first and then Selene. Then I could have blinked Selene and got a bigger card, but it doesn't matter. My opponent, Fletch, retreats. Couldn't handle power of a Wong Selene. The Wong Selene, she gets mad. Her buddy Laufey comes around and gets even more mad and just destroys the Raft. So, yeah, 1 cube for us, but it is a victory, and we shall take it. Go ahead and update the tracker here. That was an interesting game there with all the random cards that Triskelion was throwing at us there. Had 2 Triskelions, man. I only used 2 of my cards in that game. Maybe 3. Everything else was cards from the Triskelion, but yeah, we'll take it. Oops, what happened here? There we go. Everything good. 4-0, 165 and 125 in. And yeah, let's go ahead and jump into our 5th game. Hazardous Diamonds. Diamondback got those diamonds in the back of her back pocket, getting ready to fling them out. Fly and fling them out. Promise I haven't been drinking. Sounds like it. Pet Mansion's our first location. This turn, all cards must be played here. Well, that's fine. We'll go ahead and play our Selene down. Start it off right away. We are playing against Tannis. Or Tannis. However you say that, that's who we're playing against. They're Tan. There is Tan. Turn 2. Second location is Elysium. This is the hot location of the well, not the week, what is it, like a couple days. Elysium is the hot location, so we're going to be seeing a lot of that, which is pretty useful actually for my deck. Turn 2, we can play our Diamondback down. Let's just get her down there. She is ongoing, so her effect stays in effect. Have to worry about the on reveal happening. Might cause my opponents to stay away from that location, but we'll see. The Great Web is our third location. Not great for us. I hate cards that pull card. I hate locations that pull cards other places. But you know what? We'll play our Jubilee down there. That'll fill up 2 locations. This is how I deal with the Great Web usually. I just try to fill it up before I can pull any of my cards over to it. We're going to go ahead and play Jubilee down there, the Great Web, facing off against their Vulture. Jubilee brings down a Laufey. That's nice for the Vulture. Yeah, go ahead and smack the... Their Vulture is -1. That is pretty good. Of course, Vulture, when this card moves, +6 power. I really want to attack that. What we're going to do right now with our Spider Woman will lower Vulture's power even further, in case they're trying to do something with that, which why wouldn't they? Probably have another move card in their deck too. Okay, Spider-Man 2029 did come out. Iron Fist knocking them over to the Pet Mansion, which destroyed our Selene there, which I'm fine with. Can actually go ahead and just Hazmat too. I'm just tearing down. See this deck, man? I am just tearing down their card. This is especially painful in a move deck, I'm sure of. Yep, there's their Hazmat going on. That's going to weaken their Vulture even more. Craven even getting a smackdown. My Luke Cage coming down, protecting me from negative power. Opponent does finally get a Cloak down at Elysium and a Miles Morales Spider-Man, and they play a Dagger down. So typical turn 6 play for somebody playing a move deck is a Heimdall. Move everything to the left. So we're looking at 7 power. Let's see, +6 power to the Vulture. Bit what? 3 power, and Dagger's power. The middle location not terribly safe. We can also move over to the Cloak's location as well. I think I want to stay put though. Don't really have a lot of power in our hand right now. Something I could road ongoing cards over. Not. Yeah, they're just plain text cards. I think. Yeah, this could be tricky. This might be our first loss here. Let's see. Expect a Heimdall coming down for. Do move their Vulture once, folks. I'm sure that other card they played, the Great Web, is Heimdall. Yep, there's the Heimdall. We have enough to make it happen. Diamondback, of course, stabbing the line. I'm fast forwarding. Iron Fist getting sucked back to the Great Web. It looked like we had it there for a minute, and then it fast forwarded. Yeah, got a defeat there, but what a game. What a game. Yeah, their Vulture was able to break out of all of our negative plays there, and of course they had the Dagger there to back it up as well. I would have liked to have seen what happened there. Sometimes I think the fast forwarding system is, you know, it's nice at times, but at other times you're like, what just happened? But in any case, we do take the loss there. That's fine. I do not have to jinx myself because we actually did get a loss. We are now 4-1 this stream, and 165 wins and 126 losses total for our live streams here. Headed up this. All right, and jumping back into another game. How are you guys doing out there? You guys get a chance to play with Infinity Ultron at all? Having any fun with Captain. Any more fun with the Captain Carter deck? I've still been playing my Captain Carter a little bit too, off and on. Not the most exciting game there is out there, but or most exciting card out there, but it's doing pretty okay. Turn 1 is Elysium's our first location. Cards cost 1 less here. Playing my Captain Carter ongoing deck, having a lot of fun. Yay! Cindy. Turn 1, we got nothing here. Let's go ahead and our turn there. My opponent plays a Nova down, so we are against a destroy deck again. Which means we'll probably have to deal with a null, so we're hoping that our rogue gets in hand before the null shows up. Onslaught Citadel's also here, so that's like ripe for null action. Definitely going to play rogue down here. But for right now, we do have Elysium, so our cards are 1 cost less. We can play Cassandra Nova down here. Maybe I'll play off Onslaught Citadel for right now. We do happen to lose. They're most certainly going to play a null at Onslaught Citadel. Although if they're winning it, they probably won't have to. I don't know, maybe I should challenge them. They play an X-23 and a Carnage down. Typical destroy fashion. 3 cost. Play our Laufey here. That'll take some power out of their X-23. And we could also play a Jubilee down here. The Jubilee could pull the Rogue, which I do not want it to pull. So go ahead and play the Laufey down. Take some power off that X-23. Oh, there's Wolverine. That would have been a good target as well. And they got rid of their X-23, so Laufey's only going to hit Carnage here, but take what you can get, I guess. All right, turn 4 for energy. Still no Rogue in hand. Have our Selene. I think. Playing Selene. Hazmat and Diamondback can still hit their Wolverine, although they have priority right now, so these are probably going to miss too, because they're probably going to play a Venom here. Wolverine probably is going to go somewhere else. Alright, so let's move my guys Diamondback and Hazmat over to the Onslaught Citadel. That leaves room for the rogues. There's the null, Onslaught Citadel, just like I called it. Boom. Smack there. Hazmat gonna do a little more negative power to him. Still no rogue. Fortunate. I think we will hit our Spider Woman down here. Turn 5. Do float 1 energy. Okay with that? So we're actually hoping for our rogue to come out this next turn. Spider-Woman's going to take down their Wolverine and X-23 a bit. Yeah, card over the Chrisman Cosmos. Could be death. Yeah, death. Do not get our rogue. She has abandoned us in our hour of need. We could play Odin again. Or Odin. We do that. I think we play Odin down. That will trigger the Laufey and the Hazmat again. Does affect our cards a little bit since I didn't have my Luke Cage out, but I'm going to have effect their card more. Open. Laufey going off. There's the Hazmat hitting again. Deathlock. Knocking out their cards there. Thankfully, I think we neutralized Wolverine and an X-23 enough that they're not going to do too much damage. Yep, and then X-23 gets there and gets smacked by my diamond. Shang-Chi comes down, gets smacked by a diamond, and it's enough to take out the Destroy deck, guys.
Victory.
I've been wondering if this is the deck to get rid of Destroy decks. I've had the hardest time. I haven't had the hardest time crafting anti-Destroy decks because I've crafted them before, and when I play them, if they're just for anti-Destroy, then I never play a Destroy deck. And then as soon as I switch off from that anti-Destroy deck, then I start playing anti-Destroy decks again. I don't understand it. It's some kind of conspiracy. What's going on out there, Second Dinner? What is this conspiracy? But this is not a conspiracy right here. We did beat this particular deck, giving us a 5-1 record now for our stream, and 166 wins and 126 losses total for our live streams. Go ahead and update this for you guys over there. Boom and boom. There you go. 4 cubes in our pocket. We're at 93, guys. 93, slowly creeping. Slowly creeping towards infinite. Slowly creeping. Let's jump into another game. Hazardous Diamonds, they're just getting started, man. Just getting started. The diamonds are just getting sharper and sharper. Shinier and shinier. Bloodier and bloodier. All right. Hal Jordan is our opponent this game. And the first location is the Bifrost. After turn 4, move all cards 1 location to the right. 1 energy. I have nothing to play right now. A typical VP deck. Never has anything to play on turn 1. Rarely has anything to play. There's Elysium giving us cards costing 1 less, so Elysium reducing the cost of our cards. My opponent did play an Ant-Man down to that mysterious 3rd location. 1-0 so far. 2 energy for me. Let's go ahead and play Diamondback down. We'll play Diamondback here at Elite. Get her set up. Captain America coming down for my opponent. Also at the mysterious 3rd location. Buff up their Ant-Man there. Definitely some kind of ongoing deck. We could have some prime targets for our rogue if she shows up this game. And that 3rd location is Bar Sinister. After you play a card here, fill this location with copies of it. Ooh, we could have some major fun with that, guys. This particular deck. Depends on when we decide to utilize it. I don't think I want to use it right away. Although having Cassandra Nova there might not be bad. Laufey would be insane. 4 Laufeys? Goodness. But let's see what they do with it first. And we'll play our Cassandra Nova down here to Elysium. Diamondback company for a bit. We do float 1 energy. Could have played my Hazmat there, but not a lot of juicy targets out there. Okay, they play an Omega Red down to Sinister. Bar Sinister. They're going to be a little sad, I think. I take that Omega Red power away from them by capturing the power there. Omega Red, by the way, 4-7 ongoing. Well, 4-5 is their base. Ongoing if you're winning here, +3 power to the other locations. So not too shabby there. We can also pump them with Spider Woman. There's so many things we can do here. Actually, Spider Woman would win us that location. Would Laufey win it better? I think Laufey would do better there. I think we do it, guys. I think we do it. We're going to go ahead and snap right now. I have a feeling Hal Jordan might retreat after this. Then we'll also play Hazmat down. Play Hazmat down here. Alright. Let's see what happens, guys. Blue Marvel coming down for my opponent at the Bifrost. My Laufey's going to come down, going to hurt them really bad at Bar Sinister. Laufey 1 taking some energy, or taking some power. Laufey 2 taking some power. Laufey 3 taking some power. Laufey 4 taking power from my opponent. That is painful, and to top it all off, we Hazmat them and Diamondback them. I'm so sorry, Hal Jordan. So sorry. And they're not retreating, though, so I guess that's good. We could play our Odin here. Just Just put the nail in the coffin here, really. Actually, there's one more turn. I should have played Odin again.
Ye worthy?
They could still do something here. But let's see what happens. Rawr. Play an Echo. That would stop my Iron Reveal. A -1 Iron Man. Doesn't do anything. And Diamondback shoots the Iron Man, making the Iron Man -2. A full location with an Iron Man and a blue Marvel, and they only have 2 power there. I feel sad. I feel sad. And let's just go ahead and play our Jubilee here. Let's play Rogue just in case they do something. And yeah, we'll throw Selene down there too. Just to put an absolute nail in the coffin here. I don't see any way they're going to get out of this. Kudos to them for sticking with us, though, to see this play out. Orca, hey! Hey, they got the Bifrost location at least, so a little consolation prize for them. Al Jordan, you can take the Bifrost after taking the beating from our Laufeys at Bar Sinister. And just absolute beating that happened at Elysium well with this deck. That's the power of this deck, guys. That is the power of this deck. So, yeah, as you can see, it can get quite painful for people. I would hate to be on the receiving end of it, that's for sure. All right. Let's go ahead and upgrade this. Oops. 6 wins, 1 losses this stream. 167 wins and 126 losses total for live stream. Let's go ahead and update that win-loss tracker for you guys. Like so. All right. Jumping back in, man. Jumping back in. Deck doing some work, man. This deck doing some work. What if this is the deck carries VP to infinite finally? Who knows? Monkey D. Miguel gonna try to stop us. He's my opponent this next game. Monkey D. Miguel. Asgard's our first location. After turn 4, whoever is winning here draws 2 cards. Again, nothing for us to play on turn 1. My opponent also does not play a turn 1. Knocking on wood for infinite. Yeah, knock on all the wood. Everybody out there, knock on some wood. Cross your fingers. I'm not going to say pray, because there's probably way better things to pray for. Definitely way better things to pray for out there right now. But, yeah. Turn 2, I really don't have anything to play here either. I don't want to play my Hazmat. Yeah, there's nothing to hit. Allah is our second location. After turn 4, destroy all cards controlled by the player losing here. When it plays a Yondu, which does take out my Selene, so one of my precious tools taken out of my toolbox in this particular deck. And the Space Throne is the third location. Only 1 card can be here for each player. Gotta figure out what 1 card we want to put there. Obviously, Red Hulk is probably the option. The Laufey would probably too. Right now, we got 3 energy. I do have some options here. I think I'll play Cassandra Nova on curves. Best time to play her, really. And we'll go down to the Asgard, and we'll go to Asgard and say hello to Yondu and Patriot, which my opponent just played there. Patriot, of course, a 3/2 ongoing. Your cards with no abilities have +2 power. So that points me to a Brood sort of deck, or a Squirrel Girl, or an Ultron, probably an Ultron. The hot deck, I know these. Taking us to a turn 4 here. How do we stop all that? Well, we need to rogue the Patriot so they don't get that power, I think. Is that what we do? I think we do. I think that might put a kink in their plan. We're going to do Ultron or even Dr. Doom, something like that. Hopefully that'll stop them a little bit. Tough. Like, oh, they played a Shang-Chi. Oh, I'm not sure why they did that. Regret that. Must play a trigger in it. Turn 5, the penultimate turn of this game. I I think we'll just play our... Let's play Jubilee down here to Hala. Jubilee is going to either bring out a Laufey or a Luke Cage for me. Hoping for the Laufey, honestly. If we get the Luke Cage, that's fine too. We do get the Luke Cage. They have a rogue of their own, which steals my rogue. Oh, sneaky. Now their rogue is their Patriot. They played a Patriot. I rogued their Patriot, stole the Patriot's ability, and then they just rogued my rogue, so they stole their Patriot ability back. They're like, no, we're taking this back. Okay, well, that's fine. That's fine. Fair enough. I'm going to go ahead and just play Red Hulk down here. I probably need more power at one of these other locations. Or we could just ignore the Space Throne and try to win the other two. Hazmat. Hazmat. Play Diamondback here. It's either that or we have to hope that 8 can hold Asgard and we throw Red Hulk down to the... Or I could throw Laufey. Hazmat. Alright, we're gonna throw Laufey down, we're gonna Hazmat. What that does for it. There's the Ultron, okay.
There's no strings on me.
Might have got us. We did take the Space Throne. Oh no, we didn't. Only got 1 power from the Space Throne, although we tied at the Space Throne. We do get a defeat, though. Yep, they did the Teehee emote from Deadpool Teehee emote and well regarded. Let's see there, 16-22 to our 13-19. So lost by 3 points there. We did call the Ultron play. I don't know if I would have played it the opposite way. Would have made it different. It might have. I don't know. We'll take the loss. Well played, Monkey D. Miguel. Scorpion getting a little upgrade there. Yeah, that is our 2nd loss of the stream. Still pretty good. Still pretty good so far. Not gonna complain. They're still in the running for Infinite. The tracker here. Jump right on back into a game. Here we go. What can we do? Who's our next opponent? Step right up. Step right up. Venomous Prime going off against Favorite Lime. It's your favorite Lime, not your worst Lime. Only the favorite Lime. Turn 1. You got a Selene play here, and after you play a card here, add a copy to your hand. The cloning vat's our first location. I think we deserve a copy of Selene. Why not? Boom. Take some -3 power. Your lowest card there. It's a car. Second location. After this turn, put a card from each player's hand here. Okay. I think we'll just go ahead and play Selene again to the cloning vats. Whatever their lowest card is, watch it, it's going to be a goblin, isn't it? Oh wait, maybe they played their Bucky Barnes down. Okay, so this is a destroy deck, huh? Oh, not looking good for him. It is not looking good. I'm going to go ahead and snap even. Oh, that means we got to save our rogue for a null play. Play Laufey here in turn 3. Or we can play Jubilee down. Kind of like the idea of Jubilee. Jubilee can bring down any of the cards there, except for Luke Cage. Probably be pretty beneficial. Okay, Cassandra Nova's not bad. That's what Jubilee brings down. Copycat. Oh, they got a little scorpion from their copycat. They played an American Chavez down. Okay, not too shabby. The other thing about having Luke Cage in my deck and Selene, looks like, you know, Jubilee's a -8 out there right now. Luke Cage comes out, that's going to change. And he's going to pop right back up to where he was. Wow, so many options here. So many options. I think we go ahead and go with our Laufey, or let's go with Spider-Woman. That'll give us a lot of power there and take some power away from them. Don't mind that. Boom. Right, American Chavez, the second coming down for him at the cloning vats on Nimrod. Nimrod could be problematic. Not ongoing either. Where will they play? I have a feeling they might play their Null down to the cloning vats, but just got a Nimrod, so they might.
Opponent snapped.
Have to. Laufey. Cloning vats here. I play. So many options. Yeah, I think this works. Laufey coming down to the cloning vats, stealing power from my opponent. Hazmat also hitting everybody with some negative power there. Destroyer coming down, okay. That is a good way of getting rid of all the negative cards that I gave them. Is it gonna be enough though? Kinda need Luke Cage. Their Nimrod gets split there. Alright, we're still leading on the cloning vats. Looking pretty rough, though, with a 21 power lead. And we did not hit our Luke Cage, which would have been super helpful here. I think... Okay. For us, I think we just go Laufey, Hazmat, Diamondback. They play anything to cloning vats, that could be problematic. Let's see here. Oh, they play everything to cloning vats, okay. American Chavez bringing them to 4 power, Nimrod bringing them to 10 power, and then a Venom. I'd still pull this off, and 27 power is a lot to beat in a league. Hazmat going off, and our Diamond back. Not enough. We do neutralize their Destroyer's location, tying it up there, but it wasn't enough. The Nimrods and Venom carrying them through. Lose 8 cubes to favorite line. Fist bump to you, sir. Ma'am. Laufey did get an upgrade here, so that's pretty cool. And then make Laufey animated.
Animated.
Hey. Nice. Ooh, we almost got a Spotlight Cash key. That's pretty cool. As well. Alright, that was a bit of a upsetting game, but we gave it a good go. Drop us to a 6-win, 3 losses for this particular stream. But we are still 167 wins and 128 losses for all of my live stream. Not too shabby. We're going to head and jump into another game. At 9 games, we usually get about 10 games in. Times a little bit more in this particular time frame. Martial law coming down as my opponent. Uh-oh. Martial law has been has taken effect. Attention, attention. Martial law is now in effect. How long till that scenario? But let's not get into that. Turn 1, we got nothing to do. Elysium's the first location. Cards cost 1 less there. My opponent plays an Agent 13 down. Okay. 13, a 1/2. On reveal, add a random card to your hand. Picked up a random card. Nowhere is our second location. On reveal effects do not happen at this location. That's a little bit of a bummer for us. I think we play our Diamondback down here to face off against their Agent 13 at Elysium. Quinjet also coming down for my opponent. Definitely a Victoria hand deck or collector deck of some kind. Awesome. Maybe a Kahari deck. They're loading their hand up trying to get buffs for the cards. Who knows? What we do know is that we have 3 energy this turn. And Kunlun is our third location. When a card moves here, give it +2 power. Play either Luke Cage, a Rogue, and also the Hazmat. I'm almost thinking about roguing the Quinjet because I have a feeling they're relying on cards costing 1 life. Let's go ahead and do that. We'll play our Hazmat down. Oh, you know what? I can't do that because nowhere. Yeah, we can't do that. So let's play Luke Cage down. Hazmat. Nowhere would have stopped my on-reveal ability, so I almost missed there. Opponent plays a Mirage down, adding another card from my hand to the hand. Adding the lowest cost card. What did that would they picked up a Rogue, so they have a Rogue of their own. Slightly unfortunate. And we have Spider. Let's go ahead and play Spider-Woman to put some pressure on that lane. Devil Dinosaur. Okay. Yep. Now it all makes sense why they're collecting so many cards in their hand. They're playing Devil Dinosaur, and you know what? Too bad that that's being played to nowhere, because I would love to steal their Devil Dinosaur, but cannot. Silly deck locations, we're going to have to outpower them. We're going to challenge them. One more turn after this. Playing Odin to do pump them at Kunlun again. Also get our Red Hulk down. Doesn't require energy. I think we'll use that as the surprise at the... Let's go ahead and play Odin down here to re-trigger my Hazmat and my Spider-Woman on the Mirage. At Kunlun, they do play another card there, but I'm not going to be able to hit it with this because I have priority at the moment. Boom! Taking them down to -2 at Kunlun with a card about to be revealed on their side. 18 power lead there for us. They play a Sentinel down. Gonna power up their Devil Dinosaur, of course. Yep. Super Scroll. Okay, that's somewhat problematic for us. I could totally take nowhere. Another card there. If I play my Red Hulk down, and I'll have 22 power. 19. I only have to play a 4-cost card there to stop it. Or I could play Red Hulk down to Elite. And then they would have a lot of power that they have to come up with. They also have a Jubilee here too, but it's effective. So I think we'll play Red Hulk down the Scorpion, since that's the energy that I have. They do challenge me at Elysium.
Still a little
Fury. Not enough power there yet. The Hori. Could have pushed them over there. Nope, we did take it. Boom! Little scorpion backlash there at the end. Martial law has been beaten. There's no martial law here in the Prime Sanctum. I can tell you that right now. Get out, martial law. We don't need you here. We're taking a victory. 2 cubes to our name. Oh yeah. Diamondback pulling it off again for us, guys. And update our tracker. All right, 7 wins, 3 losses. Not too shabby, if I do say so myself. And there's the update there for you. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and play one more game. I did start a little late. Maybe I should run a little late. Got about 10 minutes. I don't like to linger too long in these live streams. But a fair amount. Hopefully you're finding them entertaining. If you are and you've made it to this far in the video, live stream or whatever, then like, subscribe so you know when we start streaming again. Currently, my schedule is every Wednesday, 7 o'clock Eastern Time, 4 p.m. Pacific, out there on the West Coast. And turn 2 here in this game, we have a Hotel Inferno and an Elysium. Hotel Inferno, after you play a card here. This turn, banish the top card of your opponent's deck. So we're going to go ahead and missed our chance to do that. That would have been last turn. I think I'll play our Cassandra Nova down there. Anyways, sooner you can get Cassandra Nova out, the better, obviously. Steals 1 power from every card in your opponent's deck. So the earlier you get her out, the more power steal. My opponent played a magic down to the 3rd location, turning it into limbo. They can't get it done in 6. You know my rant about that if you've watched any of my live streams. Play magic, can't get it done in 6. Taking us to a turn 7, I think that's going to be more painful for them. This deck, honestly. More opportunities to stick it to the man. Sure, why not? I think we're going to go ahead and play our Jubilee down here. Let's go ahead and challenge their magic. Might be a little early to play Jubilee, but no, that's not too bad. She pulled down a Diamondback for us. My opponent plays an Iron Lad down. Hotel Inferno, giving them the Luke Cage ability. Well, that's a bummer. Guess we need our Rogue to steal that Luke Cage ability back. Although that does mean they have a Luke Cage as their top card, so could play it back even more. All right, let's go ahead and play our Spider Woman down to limbo. Put magic in her place. Let's just stab magic with as many diamonds as we can. Oh, Hazmat coming down for my opponent as well, and a Carnage. Where'd they get a Hazmat deck? Played a Carnage. Destroy deck and a Disruption. Not sure what we are up against here. We have our Luke Cage. Can steal their Luke Cage still from their Iron Lad. Either of those cards yet. Worth Nova trigger again. Pump limbo full of. Probably need to build some power on some of these. Just my red Hulk. Oh. Decision. Yeah. Go ahead and play our Red Hulk down to Elysium. Might be a mistake to play it this early on. Okay, Animazola's going down for my opponent, taking out their Hazmat, so we're going to get double pumped here by Hazmat. Oh my gosh, whatever shall we do? Negative power everywhere. Dear goodness, what shall we do? We're going to ignore it for now. I am planning to rogue back the Luke Cage from them and What just happened? That is the hope, anyways. One more turn. They got an Odin of their own. They're playing an Animazola. Okay, so they're gonna pump us again with some Hazmat. All right. Yeah, bring on the hazardous materials. It'll be very sad here in a minute. Yeah. Go ahead. A little carnage action there. A little pumping. Oh my goodness, guys, we look like we're gonna lose here. Actually looking pretty good shape. Despite all their efforts already. This is gonna be the nail in the coffin for him, I think, here. I'm gonna head snap.
Oh, snap.
Yeah, let's Hazmat them, right? Let's play all these cards, why not? Odin will give me their Luke Cage. Hazmat will zap them. And yeah, we're gonna have enough power here, though. That's a problem. Well, after the negative power comes back. I have a lazy perhaps, I think. Yeah, we'll just play the other Luke Cage down there, right? This should do it. 3 cards down to Limbo. There's the Luke Cage for us, stealing it back from them, giving them all that negative energy they just pumped out, including our negative energy. They do play a Wong down at Limbo. What are they going to do with the Wong? He's going to get stabbed by a dagger. Gambit's coming down. Gambit's a little bit of a problem here. That could cause us some issues. Oop. Just take out something at Hotel Inferno, eyeing us up there. And then Ironheart coming down, giving a few buffs out there. But we do hold on to Elysium and Limbo, and in Marvel Snap, you only need 2 locations, guys, to win the game. And that's exactly what we did. I'm going to go with a little Deadpool tee-hee emote there and a little fist bump. That was an interesting game, to be sure. Definitely an interesting game, to be sure. And then we'll collect our rewards there. 93, guys. We're at rank 93. 7 points away. 7 rungs away from hitting infinite finally. Can we do it, guys? Can we hit infinite? Just a few steps away. I don't know, man. I don't know. In the meantime, we're going to update our tracker here. 8 wins. 3 losses this stream. 169 wins and 128 losses total for all my live streaming of Marvel Snap. And, yeah, it's updated here. There we go. And we'll play one more game here, guys, before we send it off. See if we can climb up that ladder just a little bit more. Just a little bit more. Inch a little bit closer to infinite. Trell.Trell is my opponent this game. 1 energy. Elysium is our first locations. Of course, cards cost 1 less. It is the featured location this particular couple days. I should really find out when the featured location lasts. I think it only lasts for like 2 days or something. Didn't have anything to play on turn 1. Surprise, surprise. VP has nothing to play in turn 1. My opponent, on the other hand, plays an Agent Venom down. Okay, so that just gave all cards in their deck 3 power. And then they played a Loki down. So we are going to be playing a mirror match here. Plus a few cards that they have. So this will be interesting. This will be interesting. Turn 2. Cassandra Nova coming out. I think we'll play her right down to Elysium there to challenge Agent Venom. Pushing her up to an 11 power. Oh, they have a lot of cards in the deck, actually. And Weird World is going to have us draw 2 more cards. It's kind of funny because they played a Loki, so I'm really just drawing 2 cards from my deck, from their deck, which is my deck. So that was interesting. Yeah, we just got a handful of lots of stuff now. Lots of tools at our disposal. Where do we want to start? Yes, let's get our Jubilee down here. We'll throw Jubilee down Weird World. I'm gonna go ahead and snap too. I think this game favors me. It might favor me this time around. We're gonna get these cards, and I don't know. Maybe they'll be able to piece it together. I don't know. But I already know how it pieces together. Play their Hazmat out. Yep. My Hazmat. Okay, they play the Selene. Okay. And the Luke Cage. I'm getting a little taste of my own medicine here in this final game of our stream, guy. Go with some Laufey action here. Laufey. Scorpion. Now they do have the Luke Cage out there, so we're going to have to try to rogue the Luke Cage back. All this negative stuff that I'm putting out right now is not going to affect them. Take that Luke Cage out of the equation. We're hoping for a rogue. Get drawn into our hand. Be here. Opponent plays a Ronin down. Okay, that was not part of my deck, so part of their deck. Laufey has no target because Luke Cage is there. Oh, that did stop. Powerful. Although they just... Flintar just destroyed their Luke Cage, so... It's open season, guys! It is open season. They do have a lot of power there at Weird World. 16-2. We are leading the other two locations. Elysium, 10-4. 1 card apiece, each of us, and 8-6. At Clintar, we're winning that 1 card apiece for us. Turn 5. Let's go ahead and rogue their Ronin. That will make them cry, I think. And then yeah, and then I don't think I need Spider. Actually, I think Spider Woman symbiote. Yeah, I think that'll work. All right, end our turn there. Rogue, yep, got the Ronin. So no Ronin for you, sir. I will take whatever power I can get from that. Ah, there's a Luke Cage that they played. My negative power will have no effect on them. Unfortunate. Unfortunate indeed, but we are still winning here. Think go ahead and it could win Weird World or Elysium.
Opponent snapped.
Did they win both? Probably. I guess I might want to separate the lower cost Odin and like my higher cost. That will guarantee the Hazmat, which isn't going to do anything for me. Unfortunate. Best way to before we Odin out and we Hulk down. That's what we're gonna do. We're locking that in. Hulk, regular Hulk. And a Scorpion. Yeah. They take the victory there. Well, doggone. Well, that's what happens when you do a mirror match. Mirror match with a couple extra cards. Get beat, so there it is. You know, VP getting all cocky, thinking he's made a pretty good deck. Then he gets a taste of his own medicine, and it's like, oh, well, yep. Still a good deck, though. You can't argue, right? You can't argue. You can't argue with a, well, I guess you could argue with an 8-4. That's only a 50% win rate. No, it's a little more than 50%. Yeah, it's higher than that. I can't math. 75%. 75% win rate, guys. Too shabby there. There you go, guys. A little look at the Hazardous Diamonds deck. Boom, there it is. The deck list is in the description below as well, so you can copy it and paste it into your own game if you have these cards. But yeah, not too shabby, man. Not too shabby at all. And again, alliances, if you're new to the game or still looking for an alliance, the Prime Sanctum is looking for you. Come on in, get some free stuff, and have some fun playing some Marvel Snap, man. Have some fun playing some Marvel Snap. Let me grab another
Legendary.
bounty here. And look at that. I even left you a legendary bounty. If you act now, get in and grab that legendary bounty and get even more prizes. The Prime Sanctum. Anyways, guys, that is it for me. Thanks for stopping by today. Remember to like and subscribe if you like and subscribe. Tell your friends about it. Show them if you're entertained. And all that fun jazz, guys. Again, every Wednesday, 7 p.m. is when I try to stream some Marvel Snap. We'll be back here next Wednesday. Till then, man, this is VP. I am signing off. We'll see you later. And hey, keep on gaming.